Trump frees Todd and Julie Chrisley, the shocking truth behind the presidential pardon. Donald Trump just pulled off something no one saw coming. He pardoned Todd and Julie Chrisley, the flashy reality TV couple once sentenced to nearly 2 decades behind bars. One day, they were locked away for bank fraud. The next day, they were walking free. But this story isn't just about forgiveness. It's about power, privilege, politics, and the fight to reshape a broken system. And the deeper you dig, the more explosive it gets. The shocking call from the Oval Office. It started with a phone call. Savannah and Chase Chrisley, stunned and emotional, received a personal message from the President of the United States. "Your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow." The moment hit them like a tidal wave. Savannah couldn't believe it. "Both my parents are coming home tonight or tomorrow. I still don't believe it's real." From a prison sentence to presidential grace, it was more than they ever imagined. And the tears? They were real. "I just want to say thank you for bringing my parents back," Savannah said through sobs. But this wasn't just a kind gesture. It was a strategic decision, and one that sparked massive controversy. A presidential power move. With a single signature, Donald Trump erased the convictions of Todd and Julie Chrisley. Full pardon, total wipe. And according to Savannah, it wasn't just about compassion, it was about correcting a political wrong. "I will forever be grateful for President Trump, his administration, my lawyers, everyone who fought for this." But behind that gratitude was a growing narrative. Savannah and her legal team claimed the Chrisleys were punished not just for their crimes, but for who they were: high profile, loud, conservative. "They were given a pretty harsh treatment based on what I'm hearing," Trump commented. So, was this justice being served or something else entirely? The charges that brought them down. Let's rewind for a second. In 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion. The numbers were staggering: tens of millions in fraudulent loans, shady paperwork, and years of lying to the IRS. They were sentenced to a combined 19 years behind bars, and to make it worse, they weren't even allowed to communicate in prison. Their daughter, Savannah, became the middleman. Every day, twice a day, that's when I talked to them, and it was always, "Tell them I love them, tell them I miss them." But Savannah wasn't just passing messages. She was building a movement. Savannah Chrisley's fierce public campaign. Savannah wasn't going to let her parents disappear into the system quietly. She went on media tours, met with lawmakers, rallied supporters, and made it clear she believed this wasn't just about her family. It was bigger. She alleged that her parents were targeted, not just for their wealth or reality fame, but for their political views, that they were made an example of, to send a message. The couple's lawyer echoed that claim. "This pardon corrects a deep injustice. They were targeted for their conservative values and celebrity status." But it wasn't just legal arguments Savannah was bringing to the spotlight. It was the prison system itself, fighting a broken prison system. What Savannah started exposing was horrifying. Lead-based paint, black mold, asbestos, guards are abusing inmates, food labeled not for human consumption. "This is what these men and women are living in," she said, "and no one's talking about it." Her message was clear. Her parents weren't just victims of the system, they were now warriors fighting to reform it. And for Savannah, it wasn't just about Todd and Julie anymore. It was about every inmate who'd been forgotten or abused. But while she pushed forward, others were pushing back. The backlash and doubts. Not everyone was cheering for the Chrisleys. Critics were furious. They claimed this was a classic case of celebrity privilege, fame and money buying freedom while others rot in silence. Some questioned the timing. Was this a political stunt by Trump to shore up support among his base? Others pointed to Savannah's cozy media appearances as a calculated PR strategy. And yet, despite the firestorm, the pardon stood. Legal, absolute, untouchable. Was this redemption or reputation rehab? What's next for the Chrisleys? The Chrisleys are finally together again. A family torn apart by scandal and prison bars is now reunited. But this isn't the end of the story. Whispers are already swirling about book deals, a new docuseries, even a possible return to TV. And Savannah, she's not backing down. She says the fight for prison reform is just beginning, and her family's suffering will become a catalyst for real change. But with public opinion still split, one question lingers. Are the Chrisleys truly reformed or simply rebranded? Donald Trump's pardon of Todd and Julie Chrisley didn't just free 2 reality stars. It cracked open a story about justice, power, and perception. To some, it's a victory for truth. To others, it's an insult to fairness. But no matter where you stand, one thing's for sure. This story isn't over.